Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye. We're gonna see if we went ahead and we fixed the sound problem. It's really, really hard, but legit. Like everyone's like, you can't hear. I must be like on a gag order. You can't do gag orders on people without actually an order. There is no order. So something happened and you can't even do it. And when you can't even do it, you just go over. So we're trying to see like what is going on. Like, is this like a sound issue that's going on? We went from Rumble Studio to StreamYard, and uh, as it comes through with like transitions and stuff like that, like you just can't understand what is actually coming through. But basically, all you need to know is that when we're looking at the holistic review, we're seeing as it comes through, it is the usual on what they're looking for. And basically, what they're looking for is about Coca Cola. So when I see the Eight of Hearts, there's like huge teams, huge teams. It comes in like Coca Cola, and then they're looking at Four of Diamonds, and then where you're seeing the Seven of Clubs, you can't see it through. You can't see it through. So, we have the issues of huge amounts, at least out here in Connecticut and a couple other states, that there is like a ton of OTCs taken in by the police. And when you go through that, then all of a sudden you see the other things, like you got huge meth come in, and we already know what is brewing. We already know what is going through. But when it actually goes down to Coke, we're looking for Coke. You can't find Coke. So basically, you could do like anything of like you're trying to cut it out, and you're trying to like get everything ready, and with this Eight of Diamonds, and you see this King of Hearts, because you can't even believe how bad it is to get it out. Basically, this Two of Spades is true. So yeah, as our other like partners out here and like syndicate and affiliate, that we look at how other channels were talking about Black Swan event, like it was really popping off. How does this affect healthcare right now? Basically, is like upon review, upon assessment, upon imaging, upon everything, that you can't get anything done. So if you got to take cold medicine, go ahead. But with these numbers right here, and you go through it, and you see it, and you go through it hard. Everyone's like, I can't. Summer colds. It really was summer colds. So when you see the 8, the 4, the 7, and the 8, that's a contentment order. Like everyone is like, oh, I don't know where the summer cold is coming from, but I'm still coughing. And like, is this residual from bird flu or anything like that? So, when I see this and I say, uh, the King of Hearts, and then you say, the Two of Spades to the Queen of Diamonds. You can't even make any sense. That's how it has been in like the last 2 weeks here in this household. Everyone's like you're having a hard time getting your words out. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't even think or like see this clearly whatsoever. Well, let's look at the cards. So you're trying to get your tea, and you're trying to get your coffee, and you're trying to get an energy drink, and it's just not sitting right. And then you're sitting there and you're having a piece of pizza, and then that's not sitting right. And then you have chicken, and then anything else. Basically, it is whatever you are craving at that moment, whatever he's craving, whatever she's craving. It doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter. Here we go. What do we need to know about the DEA? What do we need to know about anything of these things? Basically, all you need to know is that it all goes down well. And it all goes on well, and you can't see it. And then it turns gray. And then you got this grayness. Is it allergies? We don't know. Is it bird flu? We don't know. That is still on the table with COVID. So as you see Los Angeles popping off, and then you see Abu Garcia coming, you're going to say, what is coming through? Actually, they're going to start screening like again from all these other countries really hard. And then you're going to have your travel ban. So they're really going to crack down on it. So then all of a sudden this is true. It's like this Ace of Pentacles, this huge money offer, this huge, like, everything comes in and flows through. But then you have your issues with Medicare and Medicaid and all these problems where you go to a doctor and like, there's really nothing that we can do for you. There it is, 9 o'clock. That is huge. There really isn't anything huge or big coming in, but really it is these 2 of Wands where you could foresee it. Like, I just like, I don't even think I should do this. But then it goes, where are these contracts actually coming through? What is this bill that Elon Musk is like ticked off about with President Trump? Because it's affecting everything down to the holistic community with a W, which means like Reiki and cranial psychotherapy and chiropractic to massage, all those things. And like going to a homeopathic doctor is so difficult because it's almost like over inundated. And I don't know why I'm saying over inundated. That literally means something else is coming through. So when I see the Queen of Wands, why would we be combining all of these 2 shows? Why would be combining the 2 shows? I mean, one is a silver and a black, but one is a 2 and a ray. So then you go, is that an anagram? And you're sitting there doing your Sudoku. And you're trying to figure it out. And you can't even do. And you're just like, I can't go for my testing because I don't have to do anything right now. I can't even fast. It really has to do with steel. And when I'm seeing steel, I'm seeing STEALE. And then I'm seeing STELE. And then I'm seeing STEL. And then I'm seeing how it is with railroads. And then I'm seeing unions. Like, how would that actually affect healthcare right now? It is a victory. It literally is like something like military moving in. It's like a type of military moving in. And when I see military moving in, and then I'm seeing them in Los Angeles, and I'm seeing the VA, you can't even make that up. So is this nasty, like feminine energy? And when I say feminine energy, it's like wind currents that make you sick, like it kicked up, like I caught wind, or I was just standing in the wrong place. Maybe I just like touched a grocery cart or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, you're out for weeks. And you're just not right. Queen of Swords. There's logic. There's like logic sitting like right there. And then when you look at it, like, this is not how we wanted. And there it is. Like, you sit there and you're like, I already know. It's right there. And it's going to come through. It is going to come through. Here we go. It's a struggle. What is this struggle for healthcare over the next week? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Like I said, if you can't hear me on the video, let me know. And it starts, it's going to come in quick and swift. It's highly dictative. Like I said, highly dictative. Like a windmill. Like a standstill windmill. Happy. Like they cut it off. It's like an end of a contract. There's something about an end of a contract. When you see the Lover's card in reverse and you're seeing that, it's like an end of a contract, which is a type of divorce with healthcare. End of partnership of like a healthcare. So 6 of Swords. All of a sudden you're like, I can't even see straight. What is going on? I swear to God, I'm having the symptoms like as it comes in Los Angeles. Six of Swords in reverse. You can't move on. Like, you can't move on. You can't go forward on something. What do we need? Because we need to make sure, like, hospitals, what is this Black Swan event? What is it actually doing? Or, like, our holistic community, they are small business. So they have to know, like, almost like ahead of time. And it's not even direct. Like, you can't have like a get together all of a sudden, like not too many parties, and then all of a sudden you go, like, it alleviates some of the money issues. Like maybe it's like a settlement and something like that. And then when you see judgment in reverse, you say it really was not the best of judgment, but really it was, this Page of Wands. And when you see this Page of Wands, it actually fires up like it was a catalyst for something. It was unfulfilled wishes, highly difficult. What actually is this issue that, like, it was a lack of skill? Lack of skill. When you see this Page of Cups in reverse, the energy of this deck, it actually means like you can't even go through it with that energy at all. So what actually is this catalyst that's ticking up holistic, like the healthcare community, that's bothering the DEA? Because all I hear is it's the DEA, which really isn't a big deal. But the FBI was looking into COVID. What do we need to know? So when I say this, it's illusional. It's delusional. It's almost like grandiose. It's prudent, though. Everything, like, whatever has happened, it was prudent. And then you couldn't take away anything. And then it's happy. And then it went to, like, a loss of inheritance. And I see Los Angeles and loss. And I'm seeing actually the gangs kick up. Then it was isolation. And then it was, like, solitude. And then it went to, like, a move on, like turbulent enforce. And then it went to, yeah, because we got together and it was good. And then you went to, I lost money all of a sudden, like it hurts. And then it was like, it was a judicial ruling, it was sentencing, and then it was a lack of communication. And then it went to, it had to do with like inhibitions, it had to do with like something of that. And you're like, is this like a type of trolling? Like, why can't I get better? A cold doesn't last this long. This has never happened before. I shouldn't be like this at like 38 years old. So then when I see it, I'm like, oh Lord, here they go. They're dimming my light again on the video. The Page of Wands in reverse, it almost goes, puts it right out. And when you see this and you see the star, you can't even do. You can't even do. But in reality, you go through. And when you go through, you can't even like boo it a BOU. And then when you can't even BOU, you can't even sue it SOU. So when you see it and you're going, oh, why is my eyes itching? And why is this? And you're going like that, you go, I already know. It's back. That's all you need to know. Justice. It's absolute justice. And you want to release on it and you just can't do. So let's look at the runes. So that's basically it. That is exactly what is kicking up everything in the community. And so when I'm seeing this, the National Guard, which really wasn't like a big deal, like, our guardsmen are going to guard the and stand in front of the VA loading. It's really not anything major, but really it's birth. It has to do with a birth, and it is powerful. And when you see it, it's hidden, this birth, and you see it and it causes havoc. And when you see it, like, this room means like it lights up when it causes havoc. Has to do with living. And when you see it and you go, it has like wealth in it. We're talking about Black Swan and how it's affecting healthcare community. It really has kicked up. It's something about like an offering or a gift. When I see it, I see like the paper and I see the pen. And when you look at it, you go, it it's like dry throat. And you see it and you go, you can't even make it up. And then all of a sudden, solid instinct. All of a sudden, you just have instinct. And then when you see it, solidarity. It's odd to be solid, hard, and solid. So when I look at it and I go, it is nasty, ill fate. Like these individuals are so sick. They're so sick when they actually come through that they actually don't make sense. There's no senses and there's like no sense. There's no money. So let's actually look at Luigi Mangione and why that was huge because, I'm highly disturbed by the way it comes through as a psychic vision as Oyster and Pearl. And when I see Oyster and Pearl, I say, I'm like, there's got to be something about this. Here we go. Let's go to the wood runes. What do we need to know about that? Is that case affecting us this week? It definitely is. It's like almost too hard pressed to go through. So it is a game. It really is. When you see it, you actually are like burning, like you're outside just like having a campfire. And when you see it, it freezes. Like all of a sudden, like you're just like, I don't know. Everything stops. The havoc. When you see it and you go, holy cow, you can't even do it. Has to do with like, this usually means warrior. It's just like, it's no can do, don't sue. Something is gifted. Something is gifted. And when you do it and you go, nope, not yet, at night. So what actually kicks up at night? It usually is a circadian rhythm. And a circadian rhythm usually comes in around like 5 p.m. and usually around 6 p.m. You're seeing a fever, a boil up and a boil out. So when you see this rune and you say, what does this have to do exactly what's going on today? And as it plays out in the media, you can't even see it. It's like a stroke of luck, but it's not a stroke of luck. Is it golfing? Is it fishing? It's instinct. It's just straight instinct. It's like acid reflux. It's like a reflux issue. They see it usually in victims, and they're like running their mouth. And when they see it like that, you go, there it is. It flows really hard. You actually have to sit with these victims a long time, like hours, and they're talking, and then they go, yep, I got it. And when you look at it and you go, how is that going to affect my healthcare? It's going to be slower to get a response. It's going to be backed up everywhere. You're going to you're going to want to just go and say, I'm just going to go and do a telehealth. And then your insurance goes, you can't do telehealth. You actually have to go into the doctor. That is the game that's going to be pulled right now. But Luigi Mangione, and I'm trying to turn it, and it goes defensive, high. There's high defense. What do we need to know how that is picking up right now? Happy. There's something about being happy about this, about like collecting through. And when you collect through, you actually go through it so hard that you can't even be. You can't even be. It really is so hard that you can't even like believe it at all. Power and collections. Power and collections. Birth. I'm saying that like he had issues with the mother, which was put out on the media, and then when it actually goes like, why is there still collecting? There's some sort of collecting with Luigi Mangione, and when I look at it, it's actually like turned fate. So when you go see that, you go, I can't even think straight. I can't even think straight. Like, where did that come from whatsoever? I can't even take an Allegra without being having a full on inquiry to a probe on something on me. And that's how most of the public is feeling at this time. All right. Here we go. Let's look at the literary witches oracle. And then we'll roll the dice. All right, 91. So basically when I look at 91, I can't even like go down that highway because it really, really, really hurts, especially after a passing of our, one of our officers. So there's something about lore. So if you think about it, if you're heritage and culture, you look at lore, like little like stories that have come through. That's what you want to look at. Here it is, 2 cards. Basically, when you see the skull and you see this, it like abruptly erupts. Like it has to do with culture, heritage and culture. And that's all you need to know. And they are so upset, like these individuals coming in, that you have to actually watch what happens. So let's look at this book for exact. It's nasty. Transitions, reality, grief, volcano. Here it is. Patience. Like they've actually waited a really long time to get what they need in healthcare, and they're still not getting it. This is heinous. This is really heinous. I can see their rationale, but I do not condone it whatsoever with they're abruptly doing this. They waited a really long time for this. Here we go. What else before we end the show? Hedgehog. Eye. Story. Toad. There's like a story of like grotesque humor. Like I feel like assaulted and insulted on certain things that were said in the public and how long it takes of how someone might be a sex offender and there's just something about that person in healthcare and you can't even get anything done. So then when you see it, it's really not on a soapbox or preaching, but really it hasn't come through in many, many years about talking about these things. It really is nasty. It is like patience, it's repressed. It is all these things coming through. And that is the reason why everyone's like, please don't talk, because it's true. And I mean, that is true. That is true. And then you go, spell it, because our kids couldn't spell. All right, let's end with this crystal quartz. Everything is like no sticking together. Everyone has to be alone. Everyone has to be observant. Everyone has to see it through. Everything is taking its time. Everything has to be as it be, because you couldn't even believe how hard it was to prove like nothing was true until it happened. You couldn't even believe it. You couldn't even believe it. So with that being said, that's all you need to know. Any questions or concerns, leave a like, a comment, a share, an email, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and we will talk to you soon.